and welcome back to the channel. So I have done my farming off screen and I have gotten myself a +5 fire Murakumo, and I also went ahead with the rest of the materials and I got a +5 fire falchion. So the smaller weapon is going to be used to just run around with when I don't need a bigger weapon. So let's have a look at the stats and see the difference between the three weapons that are upgraded. So as you can see, here is the normal Murakumo, which has a physical of 169 with the scaling of 73. And here is the fire Murakumo, which all the scaling is removed, so it is just physical and fire that we will get the bonus from. Okay. And here's the falchion. It's a +5 fire. So the thing to remember with weapons that have split damage is that all the scaling is removed. If you look at where it says the param bonus or parameter bonus, you can see there's just lines through it, there's nothing there. So this weapon has an attack rating. If you look across on your right hand screen, you will see weapon 1. So that has an attack rating of 295. So the fire Murakumo has the highest, 406, with the standard Murakumo at 243. So you can see there's a big difference in damage there. Okay. So these are things that once you learn the game, you can do early on. And if you are willing to do the grind for it, you can get a half decent weapon before you take on the sort of main bosses. Now in this episode I am going to be taking on a boss, which is going to be interesting. So stay tuned and let's see where the adventure takes us today. So I'm just going to run through. We are going to the Undead Parish. Okay. So we're running through the Undead Parish. We're gonna go the back way into the Undead Burg, because I want to go and pick up a few items at the Undead Burg. Just running through here quickly. You can see there are some summon signs on the floor because I am after all human, but I'm not gonna stay too long to get invaded. Once you pass the threshold at the top, you know. So here we are in the Undead Burg. Alright, so I'm just gonna swap out this weapon for the falchion, because this area I don't need the Murakumo for this. You know, there's no sort of heavy lifting in here. It's just smaller enemies, early on enemies that you don't need that much attack power for. Okay. So that's the tower key. So we're not doing things in any particular order, as you can see. As I said before, this is not 100% playthrough, and that is why I'm not playing it the way how usually some people would. I am playing this how I want to play it and how I usually play thereafter. So that is the Taurus Demon in there, for those who want to fight him. Here in this barrel we have a crystal lizard. So we got 2 twinkling there and some upgrade materials. So we'll come back to him at a later date. Not just yet. So he'll be quite easy for us at this point. There's not much, you know, he wouldn't give us much resistance as far as our upgrades go. But the fight can still be tricky. As I said, this is Dark Souls, and with Dark Souls anything can happen. Just gonna take this guy out. So as you can see, the enemies are not too much trouble in this area for us at this point. You know, this is where people will say, oh well, he's too overpowered for this point, but I said rubbish. If you want to go into a game unprepared, that's on you. But I like to prepare. Hence the reason why I like upgrading my weapons early, so I can move through with ease. And I know the debate will rumble on, oh well, what's the point in playing a game if it's going to be that? Well, no, I just still have fun with it. I don't always rely on my weapon to take me through. It's all down to preparation and how you prepare for what is ahead of you. There we go. See, so if you take your time and you go through this area, there's no need to get overwhelmed. You know, you notice I don't just rush into the enemies and try to take on all of them. I pull one at a time, and that is how I've always played. I'm very methodical with how I approach these enemies. And this is all down to my first experience with the game early on. I always tend to be cautious, but not too cautious, mind you. It's just once you've played it over and over, you are aware of where the enemies are, where their placements are, what sort of attacks they have, and what they will do. Sometimes they could, as I said, they can still be unpredictable at times. The AI can, you know, and that is where the RNG kicks in, so, you know, it's just to be expected. But other than that, if you plan ahead, most of the time you'll get things done. Oh, I can't believe I'm stuck on that. Come on. So these enemies are the ones that chuck the firebomb if you come in the other way. What some people will class the normal way, but to be honest, there is no normal way. If FromSoft didn't intend for us to play it how we wanted to play it, they would have never given us multiple paths and, you know, multiple directions. This is why I said you play how you want to play. So there's a shortcut, but we'll open that at another time. In here we have the black fire bombs. 5 black fire bombs. Now you can keep that. If for those who play in Dark Souls for the first time and come in here and get this, you can keep that to fight the Taurus demon at the top. So you see, this is the beauty with FromSoft. They always give you the tools up front. If you pay attention, you can realize, you know, why you get certain items in certain areas early on. It's just to keep. Okay, so that was the shortcut, and that gate, as you can see, doesn't open from this side, so we have to go all the way through to lower Undead Burg. However, we're going to be approaching Undead Burg from a different sort of perspective. We are not going through it the normal way. So this guy, I'm just going to pull him here. See, they can still get the attacks off. I hate that jumping attack. They can close the distance so quickly. And they strike quickly as well. But okay. So now we're going to take out the range guy. I always tell friends when they're playing Dark Souls, the range guys, take them out early once you can. Because they will mess you up if you leave them and you're fighting the others. So there's the bonfire for this area. Oi! Come on, man. Oi! Yeah, see? He's minding his own business. Because normally you would approach from the other way, in front of them. And that's where you trigger the dragon. Now, because I haven't triggered the dragon, I can go up on the bridge at any time and the dragon will not appear. So I'm just going to light the bonfire, but I'm not going to sit and rest at it. So, unfortunately, for those who play the original Dark Souls, they will know, compared to like Dark Souls 3, where you just need to light the bonfire and then it is activated from, you know, you have access to it. Unfortunately, in original Dark Souls and in this remastered, it is, you have to sit and rest at it in order for the bonfire to be activated. Okay. So look at the amount of damage. Even though his shield is up, because of the split damage, we are bypassing his shield, because the shield may not have enough fire resistance. More upgrade materials. So there's lower Undead Berg, and that staircase that we saw brings you down that area. Okay, just get through here. So here's the Undead Merchant.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you. Hmm?
Of course.
Then you are a welcome customer.
Of course I do.
I trade for souls. Everything's for
Yeah.
sale.
So this is the items that he sells, and so on. So for those who want to read, you can pause the screen, but we come here to collect. So we're going to get this residence key because we're going to free Greg's later on, and the bottomless box, very important, so that we can sort out our inventory finally. I like sorting out my inventory. Okay, now there is a shield here that I like, and this is the small heater shield. I always purchase this because it is lightweight, and the good thing about it, it is 100% physical block. So for those looking for a light shield, if you have heavy and you want a light shield, get this shield, the heater shield. I recommend this shield. Look at that. Damage reduction, physical 100%. Okay, it has decent lightning and decent fire. 70% fire it blocks, 50%, and so on. So yeah, this is a decent shield you can get early on.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Yeah.
Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business or we talk nothing at all. Thank you kindly.
So for those that a little point is, if you, for those who want the katana, that guy, if he kills him, you can get the katana early game. Okay. But again, make sure you purchase the items before killing him, because then you'll be locked out. Okay. So we're just going to get rid of these guys. And it will become more apparent in a moment. Yeah, just pull them one at a time because you don't want to get overwhelmed. That's all of them clear. So now I'm going to do what I like to call the Undead Skip. So we're going to skip and we're going to go to the lower Undead Berg. Just pick up these throwing knives. So down there, so normally if you come through the waterway from Filing Shrine, that's where that is. Okay, so now what we want to do, that little ledge there, we're aiming for that. We just want to roll off onto that ledge. So as you can see, it is not easy to do sometimes. Let's go back up and try again. Okay. Just, oh, no. Try again. You can tell I'm rusty. No! Oh, come on. Right, so we're going to try again one more time and then move on. But that is how you do this skip. Okay. No! Right, I think I know why this is not allowed. Take off the Dark Rain ring and just do a normal roll and see. That should, you know, that should solve it, hopefully. Okay, Dark Rain. So we can take that off. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So from here, you want your character to, you can face the wall, start running, and then quickly turn and jump over. Let me just turn the camera so you can see that broken bit there in the wood. That's where you want to aim for. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And this is the lower undead bird. So normally you have to get the key and all that, but I can't be asked, to be honest. I just want to do what I have to do quickly and move on. Okay. So you have the dogs down here. You have the thieves and so on. And this is where you can get the thief set. For those that didn't start as the thief, you can get a thief set down here. So let's just get this dog to come. So these dogs can bleed you out. Just be aware of that. Most dogs in Dark Souls can bleed you out. Right, so if we position, we can see the room where we're going to be fighting the Capra Demon shortly. Just get my bow. Because there's another dog there that many people are not aware of. And it's, for those who have played Dark Souls, they will know that this area has a few ambushes. So just be aware of that. Okay, now bit higher. Bit higher. Okay, so as you can see, there's no fog wall. It's a little glitch. Okay, so we're doing this to pull that dog so that we don't have him to deal with. Get rid of it. Come forward now. So there you go. So take the dog out. See, so that's one less thing to worry about. So now as you go move further, there you go, the ambush triggers. Get rid of these guys. Look at that. See? And that's just the fire falchion. Okay, so there's an item there in the barrel. I'll pick that up, not really bothered. So, and I just got the hollow teeth leather armor. I like this armor. So I'm changing into that now. Bit of fashion souls. And this is the thief set with the target shield. So for those that want the thief set that didn't start as a thief, starting class wasn't a thief, you can get that set there. Okay, so as you can see now, the fog gate appears. And that is where we will be facing the Capra Demon. But before we do that, I like to open the shortcut back to Firelink Shrine. So in case I die, I can easily get back to this area. Okay, not many people are aware of it, but I don't expect them to, especially in the first playthrough. So just that ambush, we take care of him around the corner. This guy. Yeah. There we go. So we get rid of them. So we're going to take on the Capra because we want the key to the depths. Okay, and the reason we want the key is because we are going to get a very important ember that we need to give to Andre so that we can ascend our normal Murakumo to +6. So you need you need that Ember for Ascension. Okay. And this is the waterway back to Firelink Shrine. There's another undead merchant here.
You still have your senses about you. Then why won't you buy some of my moss? I need your souls.
Of course you do. Everybody needs souls. So here she has the purple moss clumps with the flowers, which is what you need to remove toxic. And the poison throwing knives. Another thing I like to use in PvP, along with the dung pie. The amount of fun I had with those back in the day. Okay, so the charcoal pine resin is for those who want to apply fire to their weapon if they don't have a fire weapon, or they can't get to a fire weapon just yet. You can get that, and you can apply those resins to your weapon. This is the Transient Curse. It allows you, the player, to interact. Once you use it and activate it, you can use it in New Londo ruins to kill the ghosts. Okay, just be aware of that. And here we have the rotten pine resin, which applies poison to your weapon. Very useful again. Bone, Prism Stone, Humanity. Humanity is expensive, 5,000 she sells it for. Here we have the arrows, poison arrows. Now I'm going to be using poison arrows shortly because I'm going down to the other area I'm going into. I need the use of them.
What a humdrum.
I know. Very humdrum. I didn't buy anything from you, but I'll come back and buy those poison arrows shortly once I remember them. So here is the gate. If you're coming through Firelink, you will have seen that gate, and it says does not open from this side, so that is the other side. We've come, you know, the backward way in. Okay, so this is the way it would come normally if you come up through the waterway. There's an enemy down there, just be aware. Okay, so careful of those jumping attacks. Some of them can close the distance. Okay. Nope. Fail. Okay, so over here we have a humanity. Okay, very useful items in this game. And down there is the undead berg. Okay, the lower undead berg, I should say. And here is the room that we will be fighting the Capra Demon in, just below us. So just down there with the staircase. That is the room that we will take on the Capra Demon shortly. Okay. It's a shame you can't cheese him from here. Chuck some dung pie down, poison him out. But that's the beauty with FromSoft games. You know he's there, but there's no items in there, you know, to use. So okay, so there's the ambush down there. Here we have the other guys. Okay. Now this one, he chucks fire bombs, so be aware of it. Come on, I don't have all day. There he is taking his time. No, not today. No, thank you, sir. And there's the other guy in this room. Now, many people are not aware, and they will head straight for the fog gate, and then he comes up behind them and, you know, starts attacking them. So there's another ambush down this spot, and there's the item down there. Just break these barrels and roll down there. So that guy, he's coming all the way around to get at me. So as you can see, well, if you get down there, don't be afraid. You have a way out. Okay, just remember that. There is a few items scattered about down there. Nothing of great importance, just some soul items and some rubbish. Apart from that, you can see many dead stains or blood stains up here. So a few people have died to these enemies. There we go, so just get rid of him. So now let's go down and I will show Filing Shrines for those who may not be aware. There we go. As you can see, we're back in Filing Shrines. Soul item. Yeah, see the rat is killed too. There's Firelink. Get rid of this guy. The other one comes on. Yeah, so you see at this point, that is why I don't, there's no need to use the Murakumo. It's too much of an overkill. That's why I upgraded the Falchion to +5, make it fire, because some of these enemies here are weak to fire. Most of them early on are weak to fire. Okay, there's Firelink. So now we have an idea, for those who didn't know, that is where that whole area, the shortcut how to get to it. That's if you do the skip, but if you go the proper way, I will show the proper way later on. So for those who want to know how to do it, it is available. No, missed that one. No. Okay, let's just get rid of these. There we go. Okay, another soul item. Okay, so there's another item over there that we will be attempting to get, which is, just be careful walking here. It's so easy to fall off. Okay, just take your time and everything will be fine. So on this body here, we have the Ring of Sacrifice. Okay, so there's two types of Ring of Sacrifice in this game. There's the rare Ring of Sacrifice, which is used to nullify curse. If you are, to prevent, it prevents you from getting curse as well. If you get curse. So these rings, the way these work is you put them on, and if you have a large amount of souls and you don't want to lose them, you put on the ring so that if you die and you respawn at the bonfire, you have all your souls and humanities on you. Sometimes you can use it again. Let's say, for instance, you die, you get back to the bonfire and you want to go and recover your souls because you have a whole lot on them. You pop one of those rings on and you should be fine once you don't die. Okay, so there's Firelink. Okay, so now we're gonna go back now and we're gonna take on the Capra Demon. So that is the beauty with Miyazaki's level design. I love it in these games because he makes it, it's very obvious and rewarding for those who are willing to explore. Okay, just have to explore a bit and look around. As I tell many friends who played, bit of advice I give them, I said look around, don't be afraid to look, because you never know what you will find, and sometimes you find things that are a bonus to you. Okay, right, so be aware he has 2 dogs with him as well, and this is where I would advise you to switch off your lock on, because what happens is if you have an automatic lock on, it will lock onto the dogs and they will get you killed. Okay, so yeah, take slight damage there. So I like to come up here and just get right back as much as you can and take out the dogs where you can. There you go. So there's 2 dogs, it's done. As you can see, it's there. At this point, he is not that difficult because it's just you on him now. Just roll, to avoid those swings because they can still connect with you all the way in the corner there. Yeah, I'm hitting the wall, jeez. Come on. So there you can see, look at that. didn't stand a chance. And that is just with the fire falchion. So you could imagine if I had on Murakumo, that would be total overkill. Oh, and there we got the demon's great machete. Very good weapon, very solid weapon for a strength build. Because the good thing with this, it only scales in strength. We have a look at it now. There we go, look at that. It has a B scaling, which is quite good in strength. But look at the... You need to have 40 strength in it. Tough requirements. Not many people are going to reach that level early game. Good durability, but look, it weighs 18 units, so it's a very heavy weapon. So you will need Havel's Ring with this if you want to rock with it. Okay. But it's a very, very decent weapon. It has some good moves, some wide swings. Although it moves slowly, but it damages, you know, the damage is quite high on it compared to, you know, if you start with a low level dex weapon. Okay. So there you can see the red X for one-handed, because we cannot wheel it one-handed. It tells us we have to wheel it two-handed. So at least it gives us the indication. There's that overhead smash. See, but look how much it takes off of my stamina bar. You know. There's the rolling. R2, there's the jump and attack. So yeah. Not a very exciting weapon, but a very effective weapon if you're doing a strength build and you want a decent weapon. But it's not a guaranteed drop. So that's the unfortunate part of it. However, if you want to get one, you can join the Covenant in the forest. And you move down to Blighttown where Shiva will be. Don't, you know. And you can buy it from him. Okay, that's the other way you can get it. Or you farm the Capra Demons in the area after Quelaag Demon Ruins. Okay, so we've got the key. This is why we had to kill the Capra Demon. So this key allows us access to the depths, which is where we're going to be going to get the large Ember to take back to Andre so that we can ascend our normal Murakumo to beyond +5. Okay, so with that Ember, we can then go up to +10. We can reinforce our weapons up to +10. Okay, and then we will need the very large Ember if we want to go to +15. So they have broken it up in two phases. So phase 1, you get the large Ember, which takes you all the way to +10, and then very large Ember takes you all the way up to +15. Now bear in mind that certain weapons, normal weapons, you can get up to +15. Special weapons, there are special weapons like what you get from, say, like the Faceless Demon. You can get their catch pole, which then you need Twinkling Titanite. They could only be upgraded to +5. Boss weapons, again, +5, and they need Demon Titanite. Okay, so just be aware of that. Always miss that jump. So I'm just trying to skip running through these guys and dealing with it. Okay, so that's just a little skip you can do, which gets you down there quicker. You can see the butcher was down there chopping his meat. Yeah, get rid of the dog. And here we have the large Ember. So we're going to give that to Andre next. No! Okay, so let's just heal. So, point to note, these butchers are female according to their description and set that they wear on the heads. If you read the item description, you see they identify the butchers as female. Okay, so there's the other dog here. We take him out. So the don't come chasing us when we go further. But those dogs don't really aggro unless you really get close to them. So if you only stay on the outside of them and you just keep moving, they will not aggro to you. Okay, so we just have that guy up ahead. See, so just keep going and the other dogs don't aggro. Okay. Go up here. So in here is an NPC that is quite useful for those who want to do pyromancy. Now be aware that there is another butcher at the top there. She drops down once you go the other way.
You, yes, you. Here, over here. Please, you must help me.
Let's destroy these bars of free launchers.
Whoa!
Sorry about that, Laurentius. So listen to him now.
Thank you. I would have been a supper without you. Been eaten alive. I shudder to think. Thank you. Thank you dearly. I am Laurentius. Or the Great Swamp. I would not forget my debt to you.
So he says I would have been her supper.
Oh, hello there. I'm fine, thanks to you.
Which confirms the butchers are female. Okay. So we're gonna head back now to Andre to give him this large ember. Okay. So I think what I'll do, I'll cut this here, make it a short episode, this one, and then we will continue in the next episode. So we have killed the Capra Demon, we got our large ember, and the journey continues. So thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Don't forget to like, and if you want to go a step further, subscribe to the channel to see more content.